Hey students. So today's lesson, we are going to talk about job hunting, right? So interpret job information. So interpret means to make sense of, make things make sense in your brain. That's what interpret means. We can also use that word, right? Somebody's job is a interpreter, right? It means that they translate almost, right? So let's see. So it says interpret, read the classified ads and discuss them with your teacher. So we're going to read these job ads together, right? Okay, so it says cook needed, Regal Diner, Regal Diner. Okay, so this word right here is diner, not dinner. Okay, Regal Diner. Okay, so oof, got a lot of good stuff going on here. Okay, so let's look at this first part. It says 2 YRS EXP FT or PT. What does that mean? Okay, let me let you know. So these are shortened words. So this is 2 years experience, right? 2 years experience. And the reason I know that is because the word years and experience both have the same letters in them, right? They're missing a lot of letters, right? But I know based on what this is, they're not going to be, saying another word. It's 2 years of experience, right? 2 years of experience. And then the FT or PT, if somebody posts this, it means full-time or part-time, and it's about a job. If you see FT and PT and it's a job posting, it most likely means FT or PT, meaning full-time or part-time. And it says GDBNFTS. What does that mean? It means good benefits, right? So this, and then we'll do this one too. It says APPL, AVAIL, and it just means application available. Okay, so the reason this ad has such shortened words is it kind of goes back to when we used newspapers a lot, and people paid for the amount of words and the amount of letters that they used in their ad. So the amount of space that they have can usually be shorter than what they need to say. So they shorten the words, they make them smaller so they can put more information in. You don't see this a lot anymore. People are usually, they write all of this out now. But in case you do, now you know. So this just means good benefits, application available. This you will see though. It's $10 a dash and then an HR. It means $10 an hour, and it has a phone number to call, and it says or apply in person at, and it has an address, and then it has M through F and 8 through 6. It means Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, right? Okay. That's the first one. All right. So next one. So it's like an online posting, right? So it says barbecue madness. So I'm thinking it's a restaurant, right? So it says position, cook, location. It gives the address 8258 River Road. And it says hourly rate, $12. And it says type full-time. So it's a full-time job, $12 an hour, right? And it says summary right here. Responsible for preparing foods and performing all other responsibilities as directed by management. 1 year experience. So that's the minimum. That's the smallest thing they're asking you to have is 1 year of experience. And it says essential functions, read and follows recipes, clean equipment, operate kitchen equipment. And then benefits, it says 1 week vacation annually and medical insurance. So 1 week vacation annually does not sound fun. That does not sound good, but medical insurance is good, right? So sometimes we take certain jobs because we want the benefits, the medical insurance, the paid time off, whatever it is. So sometimes the job isn't really exciting, but we take it for the benefits, right? Okay, so this, and then it has a little apply button. So this is online. right? It's an online application. Okay. All right. All right. Write the information in the chart. Okay, so it wants you to put the position, the job title here, and then the location, the wages, the salary, full-time or part-time. So the first one, the yellow one, here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit and I'm going to start typing. Okay, so the first one, the Regal Cook, the location is up here, right? So I'm gonna actually move this around so I can see. Okay, so the location is let's see, it's west or 232 West Broadway, right? Or I guess we would say that's the address, but we could also say Regal Diner, right? And then the location of Barbecue Madness, well, I guess the Regal Diner, we already know that, so we wouldn't actually put that. Well, let's clear that out. Okay. So the location would actually be 232 West Broadway. That's the address. And then the other cook is at 8258 River Road is the location. Okay, pay, wages, salary. So the first one, it's $10 an hour, right? So it's $10. Oh, $10, right? $10 for 1 hour. So we can write it as 1 hour, right? $10 an hour. And then the salary at the other place is hourly rate. So that one is also $12 an hour, right? And it says full-time or part-time. The Regal Diner is both full-time and part-time. And the Barbecue Madness is full-time. And the Regal Diner does have benefits, yes, but also Barbecue Madness has benefits, yes. And then we can ask, do both of these job postings require experience? And we can say yes, the Regal Diner does, and yes, Barbecue Madness does, right? They have a experience requirement. Okay, so keep going. Now what we're going to do is look at the job chart, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have jobs, right? So here's the position. What job is it? The experience, how much experience you need to have, if it's full-time or part-time, it has benefits, and what the pay is. So the first one we're going to look at is the nurse. The nurse, okay? So the position is a nurse. 2 years experience are required, full-time and or actually it's just full-time, not part-time. So it's full-time, yes, benefits, and the pay is $22 an hour, right? Okay, then we have a server, right? Server, no experience required, part-time, so not full-time, part-time, benefits, no benefits, and the pay is $10 an hour plus tips. It means that when people tip you money at the restaurant, you get to keep it. Okay, and the next one is driver, a driver. Yeah, so a driver of a car, right? So no experience required, full-time or part-time, right? So benefits, yes, $18 an hour. Then we have a cashier. A cashier, no years experience, full-time or part-time. It says PT, so it means part-time. Benefits, no, and the pay is $8 an hour. And then we have a mechanic, right? So no experience required, full-time, and the benefits are yes, and the pay is $12 an hour. Okay. All right, so we can make a conversation from this, right? We can say, I am interested, right? So you go into the place you're looking at, or you call the person, or you email them, and you can write or say, I am interested in the nurse position. And the person says, great, do you have any questions? And the person asks, yes, is the position full-time or part-time? And the manager says, it's full-time. The pay is $22 an hour. And the applicant, the person wanting the job, is saying, and benefits, right? Meaning asking, are there benefits? And the manager says, yes, there are benefits. And then the applicant says, thank you for the information. I will apply online. Most jobs now, almost every job you can apply for is online posting, not in-person posting. So it's not always that, but most of the time, pretty much always it it is nowadays. So so it says listen and write the missing words. So we won't really listen, we'll just use it as reading practice. So we need a cook for our restaurant in San Francisco. The salary is 50,000, or this is asking for an hourly one. So we can say the salary is $15 an hour. You need 4 years experience for this job. This is a full-time position with benefits, meaning full-time all day, 40 hours a week. And then with benefits, it means health insurance, right? So that's the other thing that we should talk about, is that full-time jobs in the United States are 40 hours or more, which I'm sure you guys know about, right? Working more hours. A part-time position does not go over, it usually doesn't go over 30, even though 40 is how many hours that makes you to consider full-time. But to be safe, companies will make sure that they only schedule you for 30 hours, just to make sure that there's no way you can accidentally get 40 hours a week. Because when you do, that's technically, legally they have to pay you like you're a full-time employee if you get that many hours. So they try to keep people from not doing that if you're a part-time worker. Okay, and the last bit, we're not going to do this top part, but we're going to go over these terms, these words: business name, job title, that's the name of the job, location, hourly rate, full-time or part-time, experience needed, and benefit information. So you can use this kind of these words to call and ask, or to look for, right? What is the business name? What is the job title? Where is the location? Is it by my house? Do I need to drive, or can I take the bus or the tracks? The hourly rate, how much are you getting paid for every hour? And sometimes jobs are salaried. Salaried means that you don't clock in, you don't clock out. You do not work a certain amount of hours every week. But what you do is you kind of work until the work is finished. So sometimes, people will have a really good paying job, like 6 figures, $100,000, $130,000, but they're expected to work like 60 hours a week. So that's the hard part, is sometimes you'll see a job and you'll see the salary and you're like, oh, I want that. But a lot of times salary jobs means that you are working really long hours, you're working more than you are expected to sometimes, and it's because they don't have to pay you for overtime, right? They don't have to pay you for extra. So I mean, technically you're not supposed to work over your hours, but I know I have friends who work in computer jobs who get paid a lot of money, but they also have to work a lot of hours every week. But that also doesn't mean that you don't have to work a lot of hours every week, right? Sometimes, a lot of times at work, we get asked to work more, to work overtime, right? So, but you should always be paid for your overtime. Don't work for free, which I'm sure you know. But it's illegal in America if you do a job and the company does not pay you. If they try to do that, or if they do that, they can get in very big trouble. So Don't let them have you work for nothing. So always get paid. Um, and then the other thing is full-time or part-time, right? So we talked about that. Full-time is 40, part-time is 30 hours or less. I know people who have part-time jobs that are only 10 hours a week, or in some people who have part-time jobs that are 25, 30 hours a week. And then experience needed. It means that you need to have already done, right? You have to have done this job in the past, or at least do what you need to do in the job in the past to do this job, right? And then benefit information. If you ask the job, what is your benefit information, right? What are the benefits? That's asking, do you have healthcare? Do you offer free public transit, right? Do you offer retirement? What is your retirement plan? Do you offer life insurance? These are all things, right, that you can do. Okay, so that's it for our lesson today. You can go back on our other lessons, the other videos I sent you on work and things like that. I think I'll send them again to you just so you have them. Things on language to use when you're in the workplace, things like that. And I will see you next time in the next lesson.